Music! Music!
What is the word? What is the word? Give me peace. What is the word? Give me peace. Unity. PPPC. Come together. DJ. Let me see you raise your hand. Put it up. Progress in the air. Progress everywhere.
Watch people! I seen people from Enterprise all the way to Beirut. How you doing? I want you all, my brother, the president, is from West Coast of Demerara. And I want you, the East Coast of Demerara, that has produced the legendary Bharat Jagdeo, to give him an East Coast welcome. Comrades, first of all, let me thank you sincerely for turning out tonight in your large numbers. And let me thank you historically for staying the course with the only party that makes sense in this country, the People's Progressive Party. You have stood with us, and we have stood by you from colonialism to independence, from political dictatorship to democracy, and we will stand together from progress, prosperity, on the way to transformation. My brothers and sisters, September the 1st is an important, perhaps the most important date in the calendar of the history of independent Guyana. Because on that day, it lies in your hands the power to determine where you want this country to go. You are the most blessed generation of Guyanese that have ever lived. What you enjoy today, the reality that you are living today, the quality and standard of life that you are enjoying today is what your foreparents, your grandparents, and your parents toiled, sweated, and sacrificed for. And today you have that glorious and unprecedented opportunity to take it to a different level. Where do you stand today from where you have come from? We have come 30, 40 years ago. We were the poorest country in this hemisphere. We were bankrupt. We had no infrastructure. But most importantly, the social sectors of our country were completely destroyed. Half of the population was living overseas. They ran from this land. Thousands to Venezuela, thousands to Suriname, thousands to the rest of the Caribbean, and thousands to North America. Because there was no hope. There was no dignity in being Guyanese. We were regarded as the pariahs of the Caribbean. Whenever you showed a Guyanese passport, you were treated with disrespect. Our neighboring countries had benches called Guyanese benches. And once we land in those countries, we were treated like third-class citizens. We had lost our dignity. We had lost our pride as a people. We had lost hope in our country. We had lost optimism in this country. That is the road that we have traveled. And today we are at a particular juncture. And what is that juncture? Just listen to what I've said to you. And where are we today? And once you understand where we are today, and you understand that you have the power to move it forward, then I believe our task is going to be easy. Today, you are the fastest growing economy on planet Earth, 47%. Today, you are the most attractive investment destination in the Western Hemisphere. Today, global economic giants like China, the United States, Dubai, and all the countries in the Asia and the Middle East are flocking your doorsteps to come to invest in this country. Today, your country is the leading voice in this hemisphere on energy security, on climate change, and on food security. Today, wherever you go as Guyanese, you are respected. You are respected throughout the Caribbean. Today, every Guyanese, wheresoever they're living, when they return to this land, they want a house lot, and most importantly, they want a Guyanese passport because their pride has been restored, their self-respect has been restored, their country has hope. But comrades, these things didn't happen perchance or by guess. We are blessed. As I said, we are the most blessed Guyanese in the history of this country. We are blessed to have the type of political leadership in this country that has navigated the ship of Guyana from those rocky waters to a safe, economic, prosperous harbor. And the captain of that ship is Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali. And comrades, we did not have an easy road. When we came into government, the entire world was locked down because of COVID. We had to battle to get the economy kick-started because they bankrupt the economy when they left. They drew out all the money out of all the treasury and all the funds. All the institutions' funds that we had, they drew it out. And the country was shut down. We had to battle to get vaccines. We had to deal with global shortages. We had to deal with many, many challenges. And under the astute and visionary leader of Comrade President Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali, we overcome those challenges. And comrades, we also have had to deal with an existential threat that has reached the highest it has ever reached in our independent history. And these are things that we must talk about. Tonight I will not speak about highways and hospitals. I will not speak about schools and bridges. I'm going to speak about the intangible things that are perhaps most important than all of those infrastructural and social things combined. And that's things like our territorial integrity. Today, we are facing a challenge. Though we faced it since independence, it has never reached the temperature that it reached over the last 5 years. We were under the threat of almost a physical invasion. It required strong and imaginary leadership. It required strategic thinking. It required excellent diplomacy. It required a level of statesmanship that is of a very, very high quality. And comrades, I had the privilege of sitting with the President on only a few of the engagements on this matter. And I have seen his skill. I have seen a maturity that far belies his age. I have seen a sense of dedication and intuition that is unprecedented. And through his leadership, we have been able to overcome those challenges. And today, we have CARICOM on our side. We have the Organization of American States on our side. We have the European Union on our side. We have the United Nations on our side. We have the US government on our side. We have the United Kingdom government on our side. We have the Commonwealth on our side. And we have most of the world on our side. Comrades, you cannot take these things for granted. You know us. You know our track record. You have seen how we have overcome challenges of every magnitude, of every type. And I've just outlined one to you. Out that come 2027, the International Court of Justice will uphold our case and we will wipe out Venezuela's claim once and for all. But we can't risk allowing another government to take over the management of that situation. We can't. They are not to be trusted. Comrades, let me move to another issue. Something that we don't often talk about at these rallies and meetings. But it is important. It is considered to be the lifeblood of a nation. Without it, there can be no social progress. Without it, there can be no economic advancement. Without it, there can be no infrastructural development. And what that thing is, it's called democracy. Whenever it is absent, chaos takes place. Whenever it is absent, you lose your freedom. Whenever it is absent, there is economic degradation. Wherever it is absent, the world turns against you. Just look at Venezuela. They rigged the elections in Venezuela. Venezuela is considered an undemocratic state right across the border. Today, Venezuela was once, very recently, one of the richest countries in this hemisphere. Today, there are 18 million Venezuelan refugees trekking across Central America, seeking refuge in North America. There are tens of thousands of Venezuelans here, eking out an existence. All of that because a lack of democracy. You lived through that because democracy and your right to vote was stolen from you in 1968, 1973, 1980, 1985. It was only restored in 1992. And by that time, you know what you endured. Guyana was a basket case. We were all destroyed as a people. That is what the lack of democracy did. And comrades, those who stole democracy from us are still prepared to do it. Just go back to 2020. We lost the elections in 2015. It was a hard pill to swallow. We felt that we won, but we accepted defeat because that is what democratic principles dictate. That is how civilized people behave. And we packed up, and within 2 days, we gave them the government. And we hit the streets, and we started to work to regain whatever support we had lost. And we gave them the government. We gave them the government. Not once did we block roads. Not once did we try to steal anything, because we respect the rules of the game. If you don't respect the rules of the game, then you destroy yourself and destroy your country. Look at the attempts that they made to rig the 2020 elections. They illegally appointed a chairman of GCOM so that he would have delivered the fraudulent victory to them. We had to go to court and remove him. Then they tried an illegal house-to-house registration system. They would have scrapped the national list and do a list. They would have disenfranchised tens of thousands of PPP supporters. We would have lost the election before one vote cast. We had to fight that again, and we won. And then they lost the no confidence motion, and they squatted in the parliament, and they squatted in government. For 1.5 years, they spent money illegally without a budget. All of that tramples upon democratic principles. And it's only when tremendous pressure was brought on them by your struggles, by court rulings, by international pressures, that Granger decides that he will name a date. And then the date came, and the elections came. And on the night of the elections, they all said that they win. The elections was peaceful. And then when the counting started, when they realized the countless statements of poll and they lost, all hell break loose. And I want you to take a moment and reflect what these people did to your psyche for 5 whole months. Every day you had to listen to one nonsensical story after another. You did not sleep for nights. I know people got nervous breakdown. People were frustrated. People were stressed. People pressure went up. People dropped down and died out of anguish and pain. That is what they did to you. They wanted to take 160,000 votes, your votes, and give it to APNU. I don't have the time to go through the whole ordeal, but I just want you to reflect upon those scars. And I want you to refresh those scars. You know why? Because this time around, rather than accept their sins, rather than seek repentance, rather than offer contrition, the people have up to now, they're talking at the rally that they won the elections, that we tried to steal the elections from them. Comrades, you have to put in an extra pound of energy. You have to energize yourself and do what is an extra mile of work, just because that level of deception and dotishness must never, ever be tolerated in this land. Up to now, they can't produce their statements of poll, but they're telling you that you tried to steal the elections. These are the very people who are around. Comrades, you see why you cannot entrust government to their hands. You can't, because you have no guarantee that they will ever come out back again. They don't play by the rules. And those who don't play by the rules, you, the people, must expel them from the game. And on the 1st of September, you will expel them from the game. And comrades, the other thing that I want to speak about is, you know and we know that we cannot take this country to the heights. We can't take it to its full potential unless we unite all the people of this country. And that is why when you look at any one of our documents, you will see national unity, unity of our people as one of the foundational pillars from which we will never depart. And comrades, this election, more than any other in the history of our country, we are closest to achieving that elusive national unity. This election, we are the closest to taking Region 4, and we can do it with national unity. Last night, they were in Beirut. And I took a few minutes to listen to their message. And comrades, the racism was so rank. They are telling the people of Beirut, black people must stick together. We mustn't split the vote. I am here to tell you that all Guyanese must stick together and vote progress, prosperity. They said at the Beirut meeting that they're telling the Beirut people to vote for their ancestors. I am telling you here, vote for your children. We are the future. You know what voting for your ancestor means? They want to keep Afro-Guyanese in the bondage of racial voting. And we say on the 1st of September, on the East Coast and in every part of Guyana, we're breaking the back of racial voting in Guyana. And comrades, every community in this country is seeing the national nature of our work. They are seeing the unification of our message. We don't have a different program for enterprise and a different one for Beirut. We don't have a different program for Melanie and a different program for Collinshin. What we have for Annandale and Lusignan, we have for Boxtel and Amstel. the same program. And that is why more and more of our people are seeing the light. You see, comrades, 20 years ago we were not that educated, but we are investing in educational programs. We have social media now. People are educated and people are seeing the reality. People are seeing that their lives are being transformed. People are not believing their lies anymore. And that is why on the 1st of September, we're taking the poll by storm. And comrades, there is another reason why you have no difficulty in voting for the PPP. It is the quality of leadership that we are offering. So we have Aubrey Norton. That is the alternative to Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali, Aubrey Norton. In law, there is a saying that you only have to state the argument to reject it. Once you say Aubrey Norton name, you cannot say Irfan Ali name in the same breath. It doesn't go. It doesn't go hand in hand. Here you have a statesman. You have a man that has won the respect and admiration of his peer leaders right across the Caribbean and elsewhere. I have had the privilege of participating in a few international engagements with him, and I look with utmost pride. My heart fills with joy when I hear the gentleman articulate his vision and the response and the respect that he commands from leaders across the world. And most importantly, he has the track record and the accomplishment to back it up. What does Norton have? What? Did I tell you don't judge the book by the cover? But the book that are not inside either. There is no book, so I can judge. So comrades, all that they are doing is making promises, and every one of the promises that they are making now, they could have implemented. When they had the power, they did exactly the opposite. And that is why I call them a team of con artists. That is what they are. They are three-card tricksters. They are promising, so that they can get your support. How can you trust them? They have no reputation. They have no track record of accomplishment. How can you trust them? And most importantly, they preach race. They divide this country. They set ethnic strife. They insult our people. They pretend to represent Afro-Guyanese. But when the Afro-Guyanese decides to exercise their freedom of choice, which is a human right guaranteed to them by the Constitution of our country, they call them Big Batty African, house slave. That is what they say. Imagine they have a problem with Afro-Guyanese lining up at Monrepo Market to buy black pudding from an Indian woman. These people are sick and sadistic. How can you hand them the reins of this country where we are perched? Look, and that's why I took my time to tell you where we are. You're going to hand over to Aubrey Norton and others. the richest economy in the world. Are you mad? And that is why it is so important. And then, comrades, I don't even have to waste my energy behind Nigel Hughes. Because he said better must come, and better will come under the People's Progressive Party. Comrades, I spoke about dignity and I spoke about self-respect. And that is what your vote constitutes. And don't waste it. Don't sell it. Today, the Guyana Elections Commission had to issue a statement warning that it is a criminal offense to sell or buy votes or to pay people to vote. But the person is a criminal already. The person is already wanted by the US government. And comrades, he has only entered the political race because his lawyers tell him in America that if you run for politics in Guyana, it's going to make it a little difficult for the US to come and pick you up. That's the only reason why he's in politics. It got nothing to do with Guyanese and the future of this country. It is his own personal battle he's fighting. And comrades, look at the damage that he's doing already, and he has not even received a single vote. Look at the damage that he's doing to his own people who are ignorantly supporting him. Their visas are being revoked. They are being questioned at the embassies. Some of them have contracts, business contracts. People are canceling them out. All the commercial banks are revoking their accounts. Comrades, banks are in the business of making profit. They make profit depending upon how much customers they have. No bank will chase away customers. The more customers the bank have, the greater the profit. Don't you think that the banks know of the danger, and that is why they are revoking the accounts? That is what they are doing, revoking the accounts. And comrades, if he ever gets a seat in the parliament, then as I said, the whole country will be sanctioned. Venezuela is a sanctioned country. Look at what is going on over there. That is what will happen in Guyana. We cannot afford that, not at this juncture of our history. Comrades, it is for those reasons that I say to you that this election is much more important than an ordinary election. I know that you would support the PPP ordinarily, but I don't want that. We don't want that. We cannot afford that. What they want to do is to coalesce, to break our back so that we get a minority government. And that is why I want the Red Force to rise to supremacy on the 1st of September. Every one of you now, from today, the 4th of August, you have to become a new foot soldier. You have to talk to every acquaintance, every friend, every enemy, every relative, every family. You have to talk to them and put sense in their head. You have to tell all your family who are working in the bush, they're going to come out back for elections. All your relatives who are at sea, they're going to come home. All of them who are overseas, they're going to be here. And on election day, all of you who are registered in a different place than where you are living, you have to go there. Comrades, I love the crowd. We have been getting overwhelming crowds, but crowds don't win the elections. The elections are won in that ballot station by putting that X next to that cup 2 places. And that is why election day, by 12 o'clock, I want all of you to done vote. And then from 12 to 6 in the afternoon, we hitting the road to find every single person who has not yet voted. Do we have an agreement? Comrades, once we follow that simple plan, then Comrade Irfan Ali is guaranteed another term and the PPP another successful term in office. God bless you. Thank you very much.
What is the word? What is the word? PPPC. What is the word? PPPC. Unity.
Thank you, Comrade Anil, for such a captivating and fiery presentation. DJ, don't stop. Run the truck.
Blaze up,
Country
blaze
has
up.
music.
What is the word? PPPC.
Raise your flags, comrades.
PPPC. Unity. PPPC. Come together. DJ, let me see you raise your hand. Put it up. Progress in the air. Progress everywhere.
Wow, comrades, wow, this is indeed a very powerful sight to see so many of you here, united, energized, and ready to continue the journey of progress with the People's Progressive Party Civic. Forward together for a better Guyana. Comrades, over the years, the last 5 years, we have seen housing opportunities being unlocked. Young people getting access to house lots and families being given the chance to build homes, build wealth, and build stability. Under the People's Progressive Party Civic, Guyanese are now able to access loans at lower interest rates that helps in providing funds to start building when these persons receive their lands. My dear ones, this is not just in central areas, but it is taking place in Numprel, in Enterprise, in Falls, and all the villages across the NDC and the length of breadth of Guyana. It is happening across the full stress of the East Coast, and that is something that we should be thankful for. This, my comrades, this is what people-centered governance looks like. Comrades, brothers and sisters of Enterprise and neighboring villages, now for the moment that I know you've all been patiently waiting for. Tonight we are honored, we are humbled, and we are filled with pride because standing here with us tonight is not just a president but a leader for the people. He's a man whose vision is not just spoken from podiums but carried out on the ground, in the streets, and in the communities where real change is made. He's a man who walks among the people, listens to their struggle, shakes the hands of farmers, comforts the elderly, hugs our children, and delivers for every corner of this country, from the coast to the hinterland, from the capital to villages like ours. Right here in Enterprise, comrades, he is dynamic, energetic, a visionary, but more than all of that, he's accessible, he's present, and he's connected to the heartbeat of this nation. Comrades, please join with me as we give a thunderous, heartfelt
Blaze up,
wow.
blaze up, blaze up, blaze, blaze up, blaze up, blaze up, blaze. Earth finally pass through. Take a seat, cause the seats them can't lose. They can't see the next party confused. Don't talk about one term, I want two. PPC are where the people them choose. If you not vote, the whole country gonna lose. If you want to know who are the president for true, Earth finally am the man for them true. Yeah, so vote up Vote up,
Vote up.
vote up,
Vote up.
vote up,
Vote up. Up.
vote up,
Up. Up. Up.
vote up,
Up.
vote
Up.
up,
Up.
vote
Up. Up.
vote
Up. Up. With the cup.
vote up, vote.
Yes, comrades. It is only one way. Up. 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 With the cup. You know, comrades, I am filled with pride today to listen to our young comrades, to listen to new comrades, to listen to our experienced AG, a remarkable lawyer, legal mind, and most of all, the AG of the People's Progressive Party Civic Government. And if I am to sum up my speech after listening to all of them, I would say case closed. The ruling is the PPP has delivered. The PPP has laid the foundation through which there is only one choice in this election, and that choice is the People's Progressive Party Civic. But life is not that simple. It is important that we tell the story of progress. It is important that we continuously tell the people of this country what lies ahead. It is important that we remind you of the challenges that we overcame so that we can stand here today in a democratic, free, and united society in Guyana. You know, today in this crowd, it is reflective of Guyana. But importantly in this crowd today are many young people, young women, and that for me is the story of Guyana. There has been renewed interest in our future. There has been renewed commitment in building this future. There has been more hands on deck, all because the people of this country want a bright, sustainable, prosperous, and peaceful future. And that is what we are working for. You know, every single day, my staff would send to me a new song, not only by Guyanese, but by artists throughout the Caribbean. And these songs will cost resources. But these artists are sending these songs, and all they're telling, the only message they're sending with the song, we love what your government is doing for the people in Guyana, and we want that for the people of the Caribbean. Today, we are in a position in this country where we have laid the foundation not only for the advancement of Guyana, but today I can say to you without any fear that we are building this country to be global leaders in energy, in food, in climate security. We are building a country beyond borders. We are building a future beyond borders. A future in which every single Guyanese will live a quality of life that is second to none. You see, my friends, we don't hide
from the hard issues. That is why yesterday in Linden, I outlined a clear strategy for poverty reduction. Because cost of living, ownership of things, access to things are all part of a poverty reduction strategy. And we have a poverty reduction strategy that seeks to build an ecosystem in our country that will safeguard us from international pressure. The international pressure of rising food prices, the international pressure of rising energy costs, the international pressure of rising transportation costs, the international pressure of the consequences of wars and conflict, the international pressure on the healthcare system, the international pressure on the education system. We are building a country in which we will address all of these issues so that we can self-sustain ourselves. So that we can produce not only our own food, but that we can produce the food for this region. So that we can invest in infrastructure and transportation to reduce the cost of movement of goods and services. Those are the things that are critically integrated in the economy that we are building. My friends, my comrades, the future that we talk about is one that is exciting. And how easy is it to forget that just 5 years ago, when we assumed office, we came into an economy that was paralyzed. One in which no investor was looking at. One in which the APNUFC would have destroyed our credibility. No one wants to invest in an undemocratic society. No one wants to invest in a society where there is political instability. But they did not care. They did not care that they were destroying our country with their actions. Their only concern was power, and power at any cost. For us, we are not in this for power. We are in this for the responsibility to make your life better. And on September the 1st, we are asking you once again to give us that responsibility, to honor us with a responsibility to work for a better Guyana, a more progressive Guyana, for a stronger Guyana, a wealthier Guyana, a healthier Guyana, a more educated Guyana, a more united Guyana. We want the responsibility to build a Guyana that is the pride of South America. A Guyana that is a pride of the Caribbean. A Guyana that is a pride of the Western Hemisphere, in which there is equity, in which there is unity, in which there is prosperity, in which you have the best access to every service, in which there is dignity, in which there is respect for families and women, in which young women can grow and fulfill their aspirations in a safe and secure society, in which our families can walk on the road in safety, honor, and dignity. That is the future we want to deliver to you. That is the future we are talking about. Just 5 years ago, we inherited an economy that was in bankruptcy. There was massive capital flight. People were taking their money out of the economy. More than 30,000 persons lost their jobs directly. Indirectly, more than 75,000 persons lost their source of income. Directly, more than 7,000 sugar workers, more than 1,000 bauxite workers, and more than 8,000 workers in the forestry sector lost their source of income. They were sent to the breadline. They were sent to poverty just 5 years ago under the APNU AFC government. It is a People's National, it is a People's Progressive Party. It is a People's Progressive Party that came back and rescued this country. And when they talk about poverty reduction, 5 years ago, they sent thousands of families into absolute poverty. We are building back, taking them out of poverty and taking them on the journey to prosperity. That is the difference. My friends, right here, the AG will tell you that every single day between 2017 and 2020, businesses were coming to him, asking him and many other lawyers to write the bank to extend the time for repayment. Households were missing their mortgage payment. Just 5 years ago, you had GRA officers walking through your community and counting how much bed Callaloo you have so they can charge taxes. Just 5 years ago, my friends, thousands of persons were on the brink of losing their homes in the banking system. Non-performing loan was as highest. That is people who could not have afforded to repay their loans. Today, in just 5 years, non-performing loan is at its lowest. People are building every day. People are improving their homes. We have brought back more than 70,000 new jobs, and we've returned those who were fired under the APNU AFC back to their jobs, putting money back in the pockets of people. My friends, that is just 5 years ago. Today, we are the fastest growing economy in the world. Today, we are ranked as one of the most attractive destinations for foreign investment and foreign investors. Today, we are ranked in the top 10 countries for mining. Today, we are ranked among the top countries for energy. Today, we are ranked number 1 for climate and environment, biodiversity and forests. Today, we are the number 1 country for foreign direct investment. Today, just 5 years after, we have the lowest debt to GDP ratio in the entire region. And today, we are the only country in the world that is food secure. And these are not our words. These are the words of the international analysts. But none of these achievements belong to us. It belongs to you, the people who trusted us to work on your behalf. It belongs to you, the people who supported us to work on your behalf. And we are grateful and honored for that support. And we don't take that support lightly. There is one philosophy of love in the People's Progressive Party, Civic. And there's a song that I always think about when I think about the PPP love. I don't know if they have the song, but if you have the song, play a piece of it.
I wanna love you. I wanna love and treat you. Love and
love and treat you right.
Every day and every night we'll be together.
That's right. That's right. We want to love and treat you right every day and every night. We are not a seasonal party. Our love is not seasonal. Our love is not only at elections time. The love of the PPP has endured on the side of the people for 75 years. 75 years of service. 75 years of honor. 75 years of commitment. 75 years of standing side by side with the people of this country. My friends, today there is nothing for them to stand on. Any party that was in government must stand on their track record. Listen to them. They are the only party in the world that run away and hide from their track record. And when you ask them about their track record and their time in government, they say we ain't going back, we're going forward. Well, if you can't defend your track record, then how can you ever believe the people will trust you with government? But they cannot defend it because there is nothing in that track record for them to defend. We can defend our track record in and out of government because it's a record of delivery. It's a record of fulfilling promises. And indeed, it is a record that we are proud of. Today, just 5 years ago, 2 days ago, was exactly 5 years ago. We removed more than 200 taxes that were placed on your backs by the AP and UAFC government. But outside of removing that 200 taxes, this is the only government in the last 5 years that has not increased a single tax or has increased a single burden on the people of the country. We have removed VAT on electricity and water. We have reduced the cost of water by 5%. We remove tax on every aspect of medical supply. Remove corporate tax on the health sector. Name one other country in the last 5 years that would have done this. But we ain't done yet. Because I assure you, in the next 5 years, it is the further removal of taxes and putting more money back in the pockets of people. More money back in the pockets of workers. More money back in the pockets of businesses. More money back in the pockets of farmers. It is about helping every family to own their own home. Helping every family to own their own vehicle. It's about helping you to own land. It's about transferring money directly to you so you can build your own home, you can improve your own home, you can expand your own home, and you can rehabilitate your own home. My friends, I want to read for you directly what the latest IMF surveillance report said about Guyana. And this is what the report said. The IMF praised the government for its effort to foster inclusive growth and economic diversification, improve the business environment, and strengthen the climate and energy resilience. The government was praised for strengthening governance, anti-corruption AML CFT measures, fiscal transparency, and transparency in the extractive sector. The IMF praised the government for its commitment to balancing the development needs of the country with prudent policies aimed at entrenching macroeconomic and fiscal stability. The IMF praised the government for its commitment to climate and improving the overall fiscal deficit. The government was praised for its effort to strengthen public financial management, for its investment in infrastructure, for maintaining low inflation rates, and for the measures it employed to ease the prices of goods and services for the people of our country. This is not your president speaking. This is the independent assessment of the IMF. We are not in an IMF program anymore, but because we believe strongly in transparency and accountability, we still subject ourselves for the IMF surveillance report. And that is what they found about your country, your government. We are on the right track. My brothers and sisters, and I know that we have been investing heavily in infrastructure on the East Coast. And I know there has been inconvenience. The dust, the long traffic delays. Yes, and we apologize for that. But what is coming after that is world-class infrastructure, thousands of new homes, treated water. What is coming after that is massive transformation that will increase the value of your homes, that will increase the value of your asset, that will take you less time, not to Georgetown, less time to Suriname, less time to Brazil, less time to Bartica, less time to Latam, because we are building an integrated infrastructure platform. Let me tell you what we are building. We are building the most modern transport infrastructure link in this region. A new bridge across the Quarantine River, leading to a new 4-lane highway from Molson Creek all the way to Temeri, passing through the East Coast, the East Bank, linking the Sand Hills Highway all the way to Bartica, the Del Conte route from Parica all the way to Bartica, the building of the 4-lane road from Wales all the way to Parica, integrated with a new Demerara Bridge and the Berbice River Bridge and the new Hope Canal River Bridge, bridging our country, bringing community closer. Bridging our country, integrating our economy, integrating our people, integrating our social services, integrating our health services, integrating our education. And that, my friends, is what One Guyana is about. It's about bridging every aspect of the vision. It is about, compare that to the philosophy of the last government. We are building one infrastructure under one flag, one banner, the golden arrowhead. They wanted to separate us. In their 5 years of government, they created flags for every region. That was their transformative project. Paint buildings green and creating a flag for every region. There is only one flag in the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, and that is the golden arrowhead. My friends, we have not only fulfilled every aspect of our manifesto, we have also delivered new plans, new programs. Only a couple of days ago, toll-free crossing over the Demerara Bridge, the Wisma Bridge, the Borbies Bridge. Drive and enjoy your country toll-free. Free education at every single level. But let me say this, as a result of that one policy, we have seen record-breaking application at the University of Guyana in medicine, pharmacy, engineering. And we have said that every single person who applied, whether we have to engage private university, we'll ensure all of them are enrolled into their program of study. And let me speak to you directly here in Enterprise. We have listened to you, and we know your priorities. Your priorities are community drainage. That is why we will be building back all your internal drains in this NDC with concrete. We will be ensure, we started the project already, that every single street light, every single post will have a street light, because we want you to live a bright, orderly, secure life. We're going to complete the rebuilding of every single road in your communities. We're going to invest in mobile security units, mobile police outposts in every single community, so there is greater connection between you and our police force. We're going to invest in having under our Safe Country program the CCTV cameras in every street, every corner, every village, every NDC, so that you can live safely. We're going to invest in every single health facility. Invest in your education system so that your children can be at school and have a nutritional meal. So that we can invest in transportation grants or transportation service so that your children can go safely to school. Invest in transportation support so that the elderly or pensioners can also travel freely and enjoy the country. We are going to invest in your community so that you can have proper recreational facilities, proper park. We want Enterprise cricket team, football team, basketball team, Melanie, Buxton, whichever team. We want you to have access to good sport facility, good recreational facility. Our investment is about jobs, supporting every single small and medium-sized enterprise so that you can have access to capital. You can have financing at 0% interest. You can have the technical support for your businesses, supporting our women in our society to be part of the agriculture transformation, supporting our livestock farmers, because we know the difficulties you're having with all the development. Let me tell you, we're going to invest $200 million on the East Coast in a feed mill so that we will provide the feed for our livestock farmers, and they will be able to carry on their livestock industry without any problem. We're going to invest to ensure you go to bed and sleep at night Not worrying that your mechanic shop is open until 1 in the morning. Not worrying that spray paint shop is open until 3 in the morning, because we are going to create industrial parks so that those persons can carry on their business in a dignified manner and the community can live in a dignified manner. Invest to ensure the women and children in your communities are protected. Agro-processing hub, industrial hub, manufacturing, support for home ownership, direct cash transfer to help you build your homes, rehabilitate your homes, or improve your homes. Invest in reducing the tax rates on vehicles, especially four-door pickup, which is a vehicle of utility and productivity, so that the vehicle ownership become easier for the population. Invest so that our workers will have additional sources of income, and you're not only salary-based people, but that your life, your family life will be improved through newer, more innovative ways of expanding the sources of income for every home, every family, increasing disposable income, increasing your ability to save, and giving you the ability to invest in your country so you can live long, productive lives right here. We are looking at the rail link from Cane Grove to Golden Grove that will be able to move this large segment of the population, integrating the East Bank and East Coast. In our wildest dreams, we could not have imagined that between Cummings Lodge and industry, you will have 6 new hotels under construction, creating thousands of new jobs, 3 new private hospitals, a children and maternal specialty hospital, a cancer hospital that will be built. All of this is to support and improve quality of life. So my friends, our investment in youth, all of this is to build a society of equity, a society of prosperity, a society of peace. Building out the infrastructure to enhance your security within the community, give you an opportunity to earn more right here in your community. Creating opportunity for greater involvement of the people in the community in the building out of their own communities. Building new small businesses, supporting small businesses directly. Building your human capital by ensuring any young person who want to be a doctor, a pharmacist, a technologist, an engineer, that you are given that opportunity free of cost under the People's Progressive Party civic government. We are about greater access to service, lower taxes, more disposable income, special incentive for the vulnerable, persons living with disability, single parents, single mothers. We will have special programs in your communities to support these segments of vulnerability in our society. We are about building stronger, building better. So my friends, tonight, my comrades and friends, the choice is really very simple. It is between a plan implemented by people who are tried and tested with a proven track record, or risking all of that to individuals and groups who are in this for themselves, who are in this to protect their own misdeeds, who are in this not for country. Therefore, the choice is simple on September the 1st. The choice is about letting progress continue under the People's Progressive Party Civic. So I look forward to the East Coast, to Enterprise, and all the other villages, delivering to the People's Progressive Party Civic the largest victory ever in our history. Every single person must now go to work in ensuring that this victory is not only secured, but just like all the crowds that we're getting, it is historic in its size and magnitude. I thank you, and God bless all of you.
What is the word? Togetherness. What is the word? Keep it PC. Togetherness. What is the word? Keep it PC. Unity. Keep it PC. Come together.
Thank you so much, President Ali, for your vibrant, engaging, and powerful presentation.
To the people of Enterprise. Enterprise, make some noise! This tonight has shown what Enterprise has stood for, what they will continue to stand for. And that is a community that supports 100% the People's Progressive Party Civic. Make some noise! So again, good night, Enterprise. Good night, surrounding communities. Now we're gonna do a very simple chant because we gotta hype the crowd up tonight. This is a rally. It's a movement. It's a statement. So when I said President Ali, you say 5 more years. President Ali! President Ali! President Ali! Comrades, it's a great honor, and I will say it again, it's a great honor as a young leader to be sharing this stage tonight with a great and visionary president, His Excellency Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali. Let's say it again, President Ali! President Ali! And the man who has been championing the legislative and judicial charge in Guyana and across the world, the Honorable Anil Nandalal, Minister of Legal Affairs, and our Attorney General. Make some noise, guys. Comrades, as the chairwoman would have introduced me, my name is Mr. Suresi Bascom. I am the chairman of the first ever Melanie Damashano People's Progressive Party Civic Group. Make some noise! I continue to say it. This party is a party with difference. This party is a party with a goal and a vision to transform each and every life across this country. We shall leave no one behind. So you know tonight and tomorrow night who you're supporting, what party you're supporting, and the type of party you're supporting, my fellow comrades. I'm excited to join you this evening as we rally behind our party, the People's Progressive Party Civic, a party that is uniting our country, a party that has mandated its goals towards bringing a better quality of life for all Guyanese. For all Guyanese. President Ali! President Ali! President Ali! Every community, region, and ultimately every Guyanese. This is a vision of our party. The PPPC, under the leadership of Dr. Infran Ali, Dr. Barry Jagdio, and our retired Brigadier Mark Phillips, I would like to give a big shout out to my mom who's in the crowd. Give a big shout out to Mom. Boots on the ground. She has been behind me every step of my movement as an activist, as a member and a supporter of the People's Progressive Party Civic. Now, my fellow comrades, I want you to understand what the People's Progressive Party is all about. I want you to understand what is the goal of the People's Progressive Party Civic. And one of the main goals is that this party does not only lead, they build leaders. I'm going to say it again. The People's Progressive Party Civic does not only lead, they build leaders. Now, that, my fellow comrade, is what shapes and molds a government. And this is evident in the volume of interest and attention that our government, the People's Progressive Party Civic, has placed on youth development and empowerment on every level possible across Guyana. It is the People's Progressive Party Civic government goals to ensure that every Guyanese have access to world-class education through our Gold Scholarship Program. To date, approximately 39,000 plus have benefited from this program. And I say to these parents, let not your heart be worried. For the government is paying for up to 8 CSEC subjects for our Guyanese students. President Ali! President Ali! Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And my fellow comrades, I had the opportunity recently to witness the opening of a state-of-the-art hospital, regional hospital, right next door to our fellow community of Enmore. And one of the astonishing things that this government has done is that every single person that is in that leadership role of that hospital, of that facility, are all young professionals. I want you to hear, young professionals. That is something that the oppositions have failed to do. And that is to promote our young leaders, to elevate our young leaders, to give our young leaders a chance. And the People's Progressive Party Civic will continue to ensure that our young leaders have every single opportunity possible to lead this nation to its ultimate greatness. My fellow comrades, and I say it again, President Ali, President Ali, President Ali. And my fellow comrades, you know, this party has the track record. We have the track records to show that we stand on one thing, and that is progress, 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 progress. And as we head our way into September the 1st, into our regional and general elections, I want you to take this one message, and this is a message I normally use amongst my fellow peers, and that is, here it is. It's better than where it is. Comrades, here it is. It's better than where it is. So comrades, let us move forward together for a better Guyana, So come September the 1st, vote People's Progressive Party Civic by putting your X next to the cup. And let the progress continue. Long live the People's Progressive Party Civic. Long live the people of Guyana. God bless Guyana. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Comrade Razia Ali. His Excellency, Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali, the President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. Let us give our President an enterprise welcome! The Honorable Mohabir Anil Nandalal, Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs, who's a frequent visitor at this square. Let's give him a round of applause. Let us also thank the former Minister of Health, Dr. Berry, for his service and continued service to this land. A warm welcome to Dr. Berry. And no stranger, our brother, who has walked the streets of these villages despite he has lived in another village, because we have such a coordinated approach in our teamwork. Comrade Siresti Bascom! And one of the hard-working comrades from Enterprise PYO, one of the many faces you have seen in the streets, a young woman who we have trained, molded, nurtured, empowered, young lady, Rosie Ali! Comrades, let me join in bringing greetings to all of you on behalf of our party, especially the leadership of our party. Our party is led by our General Secretary, a very committed person, Dr. Bharat Jagdeo! Comrades, before I go into my presentation, I want to extend thanks to every person who is in attendance here this evening. Your attendance alone is saying something. Your attendance alone is sending signals. Your attendance alone is implying, is showing the world that you are interested in another 5 years of development under our President, Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali. But my friends, while we have this deep interest and we are faithful to our party, we must never forget where we came from. Just 5 years ago, all of you here from this section, Enterprise, Umbrella College, in Melanie and so forth, you remembered with clear vision what the state of your communities were. You remember clearly the state of infrastructure development. You remember the state of the schools and the healthcare system. You remember carefully the absence, absolute absence of cabinet members in these communities. You remember those. And while you're remembering those things, we must never forget them. Because we came to you, we had a plan, a manifesto, and we make certain commitments to you. And we pledge that you give us your vote and we will fulfill certain commitments to you. And I stand here proudly to announce and tell you that we have fulfilled and exceeded our commitment, not only to here, but to this country. Give it up for the PPPC! Comrades, right here, not to go very far, this same road you're on, right now, you ask the residents, look, one is up there by the shed, Sonil, my cousin. You ask him, the condition of this road, and I came and I walked the homes, and I commit the road. Some believe, some didn't believe. That's how the human mind is. But you have delivered it. Similarly, we made commitments to all the roads in the section. In the 5 communities combined, we have about 60 roads, community roads. We have fixed everyone. And similarly, the 2 main accesses, Enterprise Road and College Road. You're bashing me on Facebook. When we fixing the road, I said I'm making a commitment again on behalf of the government of Guyana. And I'm telling you again, the road contracts have been awarded. Work has started on Enterprise Road, and work will soon commence on the College Road, which will benefit all of you. We commit, this party only commits to what it can deliver. We would not come and give you dreams and fanciful word with honey. We'll tell you what it is. Similarly, my friends, when we took government, we look at the education system. You know the condition of Enterprise Primary School. You know the condition of the yard. You know the condition of the fence. And again, we made a commitment. And we brought changes to that facility. We fix it. And more work will be done. But we have made commitments again. And we have fulfilled them. Similarly, look, Uncle Krishna is up there by the cup. When our president visited in February 2021, 7 months after taking office, he came to Enterprise Community Center. Uncle Krishna asked, Mr. President, we need a nursery school. Our president made a commitment, and he has delivered it. You understand? Similarly, we went to Fowls. We made another commitment, and we deliver a nursery school to Fowls. We deliver a learning resource center to Fowls. Do you understand, the People's Progressive Party, Civic? We only deliver what we commit. And we only commit on what we can only deliver. My friends, from Buxton to Fowls or NDC, thousands of children, listen carefully, thousands of the children, your grandchildren and your children, are currently benefiting from the $50,000 cash grant. When you add a uniform voucher, you have $55,000. Across this country right now, $11.2 billion is being given back to each home. And Buxton Falls NDC, the youths of Buxton Falls NDC, the students of this community, of this section, are also beneficiaries. Don't forget, the APNU stole it from you. They snatch it from you. And we commit to restore and increase, and we have done so. My friends, right in the back here, I'm inviting all of you. We have more than 5,000 or 6,000 people here. And I'm inviting all of you to take a drive with your bicycle and your motorbike and your car. Go down the dam where you park, and you go and see the development that is taking place under the housing sector. We promise to bring house lot, to return the house lot drive to this country. And to date, we have delivered more than 10,000 house lots on the East Coast. Thanks to our President, Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali. The scheme right behind here, Enterprise Airstrip, Block XXX, Block Track Z, right on the other side, Block 12. They're all pastors, and under the PPPC government, we transform it. We transform it so all of you can get a livelihood. All of you can be empowered, and all of you can get your own homes. That is what we do in this country. We don't run you down, we empower you. And you must understand the difference between us and the other side. The other side ain't got nothing, by the way. Zero they got. But my friends, let me tell you something about the PPP. Our commitment to this country is one where we want, listen carefully parents, where we want an educated nation. The other side is afraid of an educated nation. When they were in government and they increased the University of Guyana fees to 35%, are they encouraging you or discouraging you? Think about that. We made a commitment to give 20,000 scholarship. We have almost doubled that to 39,000. We made a commitment for free university education. We have delivered that. We made a commitment to build secondary schools and rehabilitate those that need work and build new schools. We have done that. And we are going to do more. While we are encouraging an educated nation, the other side is discouraging an educated nation. They are afraid of you, but the PPP love you. You understand that? Hear the difference? The PPP love you. Our president loves all Guyanese without a second thought. You understand? The love that you give our president here was extraordinary this evening. And show some love for our president once again. Comrades, another major investment that will bring to your attention, right by the Enterprise Main Road, or we commonly call it also based on a site, Gaiwa Main Road. We made a commitment to improve the water system, to bring quality water to you and your household. And we have under construction, which will finish soon, a US $10 million water treatment plant for all of you who are living here and across the East Coast. Compare that to the other side. What have they done? What have they done? Let them tell you that. My friends, additionally, when it comes to youth development, our government, our party has always, from our founding father, Dr. J.D. Jagan, believe and want to work, want to encourage young people to come on board. If that wasn't the case, Comrade Anil would have never been appointed the youngest attorney general in this world. Comrade Baraja Gill would have never been appointed the president of this country and the youngest in the world. And Comrade Irfan Ali will not be a young president in the world. Do you understand that? We believe in youth, in our party, and in our government. And right here, we have done what we have committed. Whenever the Gold Scholarship open for registration, application, we announce publicly an outreach, and we go to the Enterprise Community Center and sign up person. Public announcement. Whenever the nursing program opens, we go to the Enterprise Community Center and we do similar. Right at Melanie, my brother James, Seriously Bascom is from. We went to James Bond Bar and we did the same thing. Yes, Mr. President. Sorry. We went to Temporary Hall and we did the same thing. We are bringing a service there to you. Right here, I want you to listen this, that your community made history a few years ago. I want you to listen carefully. About 3 years ago, through a robotics training at the community center. We recognized some talents. Some from Enterprise, some from Enterprise Airstrip Block Triple X, and some from Enterprise Garden. And we work with them. And we sign them up virtually to enter into an international robotics and coding competition held in South Korea, but virtually. And those young people brought back for you and your family and for the community bronze medal. First time you have done that. And Razi Ali is one of them. Give a round of applause. We have done that. We have done that here, comrades. I want you to understand again that we have youth at our heart. We want to invest and will continue to invest. Similarly, when Minister Ramson came and he met all of you at the various grounds, you had your list and you had a conversation with the minister and we have an agreement, priority projects. Remember that? Which one? First, second, and we have delivered based on our priority projects, and work will continue to be on those grounds based on the commitments made. But first, we ensure that the main ground, Enterprise Community Center ground, which is close to all of your hearts, is well developed, well lit, and fenced so you can go enjoy recreation activities in the evening. We have done that. But comrades, let me tell you something now. I have the stats, and we don't make joke with stats. Since we took government under the leadership of our president, we had, at minimum, Mr. President, 45 of your cabinet members, including yourself, present here. And when you check that stat across the country, I don't think any other square or catchment is so fortunate like us. 45, do you understand that? But let me tell you now, the other side now. George Norton came and he visited one time and he promised some fence, and the fence ended up with 2 zinc as the gate. And we had to go and rectify it. You hear that? One time they came, and we came 45 times. These are the things we can't put no value to, and we must not, again, must not forget those things. Because the PPP has always been with you, thick and thin, happy or sad. We have done that, and we will continue to do that. All we asking you, once again, we have distributed our main commitments, delivered. We have distributed our main commitments for the next 5 years to your homes. And we asking you again for your vote. And we are going to deliver again with your help, your vote, your support. So comrades, let us get it right now. Oh, Dr. Berrigan, you get it right. Are you with me? Can you feel it? Then let's go for the win on the